Hi, today we discuss Moses telling the Jewish people when they cross the Jordan River, they will place their 12 stones. They will then take a different 12 stones and go to the Mount of Ebal. On those 12 stones, they would write the entire Torah and in 70 different languages and then cover it with plaster. They would also bring sacrifices before God on it. These stones would have to be complete stones, no damages to them. And that's why in the Holy Temple and on the altar, there was never allowed to be a crack or a dent in any of the parts. And if there was, that part had to be replaced. In today's Tanya, we discuss the typical two traits of people are some who are more outgoing and more giving, and some who are more restrained and more with the energy of strictness. Just like Hillel and Shammai. Hillel, in his approach and study of Torah, was more lenient. He looked for ways how we can elevate things to godliness. And on the other hand, Shammai was more strict and more restrained and pushed things away. We know the famous story when the non-Jew came to Shammai and said, "Teach me Torah on 1 foot." He pushed him away with his measuring stick. When he came to Hillel and said, "Teach me the whole Torah in 1 foot," Hillel embraced him. And he told him, what you don't like done to you, don't do to others. And the rest is the explanation of Torah. So this is because the soul of Hillel and Shammai were originated at different places. The soul of Hillel was for more the kindness, and Shammai was from the severity element of godliness. Yet, we see, sometimes Shammai was more lenient than Hillel, and sometimes Hillel was more strict than Shammai. And that's because all the elements of the souls of godliness, they all combined. And therefore, within each unit, within severity, you have kindness as well. Within kindness, you have a little severity as well. And look at Abraham. God says, after he was willing to bring his son for a sacrifice, he says, "Now I know that you are God-fearing." All the years before, he wasn't God-fearing. The difference is that all the time beforehand, Abraham was serving God out of love. That's who he was. It was a part of his personality to be this kind, giving, accepting all guests, and of course, his approach to God. But when God tested him to do something against his nature, not kind, to actually sacrifice your own son, that is totally not his nature, and he's yet ready to do that, then God says, "Now I see you're truly faithful. You're using all the elements of who you are, which are part of kindness. Within it, you are comprised with also a little bit of severity, and you use that also for the service of God." Today's mitzvah is the mitzvah of not being able to see any of your chametz during Passover, and also making sure that you don't have any of your chametz in your possession, even if you don't see it. And of course, the mitzvah to eat matzah on the first evening of Passover. Wishing you a wonderful day.